Oh, sorry. I was just reading about how women in Saudi Arabia are now being tracked electronically. Alright, we're talking today about the #1 reason hashtag. It's on Twitter. It's to raise awareness about sexism in the video game industry. Because we haven't been hearing about sexism in the video game industry for months, a couple years now, actually. It's also to reveal sexism women that work in the industry have experienced. There's a plethora of good ones out there. I urge you to put in the #1 reason into the search bar on Twitter and take a look. Read some, see what you think. There's just one I want to point out. It's by this woman named Marina Rossi. She works for a small video game company in Italy. She says in her tweet, because I've once been told we don't need women in order to know what female players want from the industry. And I just kind of want to ask Ms. Rossi, do no males make and design products you use in everyday life? How about the clothes you wear, music you listen to, the TV shows, the movies you watch, food you eat? No? Alright. A lot of the tweets, they seem to me like they're being exaggerated, or these people are just overly sensitive. They're making a big fuss over something that doesn't need to be made a fuss over. I'm not saying all of them. Or they're misconstruing things, like being mistaken for a receptionist or a secretary or a booth babe or whatever. I'm not saying all of them are like this, but some of them you might be misinterpreting it. I've seen this happen with sexual harassment. A person will say a person that was hitting on them is in a creepy way, or they're just awkward, is sexual harassment. And you'll know when you've been sexually harassed, IRL, when it happens. Affirmative action. A lot of women and men seem to think this would be the best course of action, to always have a percentage of women in the workplace. Diversity is good, but shoehorning in, I don't think it'll ensure positive results. Not at all. You're going to be getting perhaps people that are not qualified to get in, and they'll be chosen just because of their gender. Something done just because of their gender? But equality? Equality does not mean special treatment. Equality means being judged on your skills, abilities, and qualifications on the same level that everyone else is. Now, to any man that might not want to work with a woman, or might not want to hire a woman, or even just you young guns out there that don't want to play a game that a woman has made or written, get over yourselves. I would just like to quote Christina Fallon. I'm terrible with last names. She's an animator at Valve. She has said, "At the end of the day, I am the work I produce, not a pair of boobs. It's individuals who may or may not be sexist, and those are the folks who reside in the broader asshole category that applies to all things, not just games. I think the only challenge, if it can be called one, is that people assume I'm challenged because I'm a woman in the industry. I'm a game developer first, and my gender has nothing to do with it." Don't make sex the issue. Let's just judge people on their abilities, their talents, and stop screaming sexism all day long.